Okay, it's work. Okay, I did it. So you just need to actually freaking go live stream on YouTube twice and I have to change the title. Okay. That's okay. Hi Toki. I just need to adjust this. So. Okay, we all set. Okay, let's get back to. Yeah, I figured it out. That was a mess. Holy shit. Okay. Where the heck is Luminita? Okay, so we're playing. We're gonna do interrogation for today. Unfortunately, there's no voice. There's no voice line, so I have to freaking read the entire dialogue of this. Okay. Oh god, the lag. Okay. Volume a little bit. There we go. Okay. Not for the faint-hearted. Chilling through unview. Ghost sighting for demolition bound complex. What the heck is going on? It lingers. Disturbing incident plague urban renewal project. Midnight curse reported. What the heck is... Demolition caused by supernatural forces. Horrifying CCTV footage emerged and expert shocking response. Absolutely not true. Never heard of anything like that. Oh, real estate developer. What? Is the Bureau seriously blocking our deal with Miss Luminita just because some baseless tabloid stories? I understand that you have concern, but let's not forget this renewal project is a top priority approved by the government. We can't afford any delays. The rumor about the haunted house neighborhood are really hurting our project reputation. As per our signed agreement, Miss Luminita is obligated to use her expertise as haunted property inspector to address these rumors. Oh. I have mentioned this multiple times in our previous call. I strongly urge the Bureau to expedite Ms. Luminita's leave permit. Let's put an end to this unnecessary obstacle and time wasting. After finishing her report, Nightingale placed her document from the developer on your desk one by one. Alongside by her property inspection agreement, the developer has included the structural hazard assessment report for the old neighborhood. Oh man. He have verified the report content While I suspect some deliberate exaggeration in the wording, the district had indeed experienced several accidents due to deteriorating infrastructure and thus present in significant safety hazard. During our previous communication, the demolition contractor was evasive when we pressed for details. But judging by the content of this structural hazard assessment alone, their attitudes could be seen as honest. Interesting. Whether it's honesty or pressure tactic, only they know for sure. If they really care about resident safety, they wouldn't have wait until now to send us this report. Any updates on the investigation into those haunted rumor in the old district? Apart from several residents claim to have witnessed supernatural event, we haven't come across any solid leads. We're still tracking down the source of these rumor. To give her a nod, tracking down the source of rumor is always challenging, and current situation lies within your expectation. Fortunately, you have another person directly involved in this matter right here. Is it Lumi? You push aside the document on your desk and pull out Luminita profile that you reviewed earlier. Picking up on your intention, Nightingale continues speaking. As you request, we have been conducting a parallel investigation into Senior Lumi. I'm just gonna call her Lumi. Lumi, every single haunted property she handled as a real estate agent has tested positive for abnormal mania residue without exception. Due to large number of properties involved and complexity of the transaction, a more detailed investigation the result are complete would indeed pose unnecessary risk. Hold on a second. Let me see. Okay. Regarding the real estate developer request, should I continue to refuse it on your behalf? No need. The fact that they can keep contacting us show they got more powerful supporter backing them up. But you're about to let anyone pull your string. You want to hear how the Bureau resident expert in haunted property deal explain these ghost-infested ghosts how. Oh my god. Nightingale, please move up. Nightingale, please move up Lumi interrogation schedule. I need to speak with her in person before meeting with the real estate developer. Wait, I sort of got, if she's a scammer, I'm gonna be so freaking... Okay, there she is. Interrogation start. Oh god, Well, hello there, Chief. Finally remember I exist. You locked me up here and then not a peep from you. I was beginning to think I would been left in the dust. As you enter, Lumi seated in the interrogation chair, riding up. She eagerly greets you before you can say anything. Her words light and cheerful. Oh boy, what you scheming, girl? So, You come to see me today? Does this mean you finally made up your mind about that thing? What the heck are you talking about? What is it? Buying a house, of course. What else could it be, girl? I don't need to. She wanted to buy a house. Remember what I told you about just 2 weeks back? These dropped just normal market fluctuation, and price will definitely bounce back in 6 months. Those properties I mentioned last time are all hot listing. Whoever hesitates is lost cheap. You're gonna act fast. Consideration. But with me on your side, you don't need to worry about prices at all. If the budget is a big snot, I can find you something even cheaper. I remember there's one at this crematory out east. Interrupt her. I appreciate you helping me keeping an eye out for properties, but I'm afraid that's not why I'm here today. If you notice the internet connection keep interrupting, it's because I don't know why the internet is weak. It's so fucking weak for the past few months. But yeah. It's gonna. I'm just adjusting stuff. Okay. Let's get back to Renee. You always say that you're not even bothering to make up excuses when you brush me off. I'm just your friendly neighborhood agent here. No hard sale, no nonsense. Just me nudging you because I got your back. Owning a home equal peace of mind, Chief. Dedicated as you are to work, sleeping at the office isn't a dream, right? Lumi mutters and grumbles with a show complaint, but no actual trace of displeasure in her voice. She has clearly anticipated your refusal all along. Oh my god, what are you scheming, girl? You observe her reaction and decide to play along with her conversation, gradually steering towards your actual intention. You're talking about dedication to work? I can hold a candle to you. I bet there are fewer than 10 people in the entire bureau who don't have your business card in their pocket. Damn, she approached everyone in the bureau. Just a force of habit, I swear. I wasn't being pushy at all. They practically grabbed my card themselves. I understand. I just didn't expect you would refuse to give yourself a break even while at the bureau. Is the real estate market that rough out these days? Not really. My business usually does quite well in real estate. It's all about experience and connection, you know. I'm sure you've done some digging into my past. You were poor and lie about my age to get jobs, so I start in this business early and do some connection to have some connection. Even though I work solo in this gig, it's not really hard for me. But Lumi tapped her cheek with her fingertip, looking noticeably disinterested. Ever since I land here, selling house has been one tough nut to crack. Folks around here probably grab my cars just to be nice. anyone following your example, Jeep. The ushers workaholics, they might as well start moving their bed into the office. Damn. I can't develop new client and I'm not allowed to contact anyone outside. You know, I still had a pile of deal to be closed when I was brought in here. You avert your gaze, pretending to not to notice Lumi's teasing remark, and continue with your question. Yo, Lex, welcome to the stream. How you doing, man? Welcome. Seemed like agent faced the same problem regardless. I thought things might be different for someone specializing in haunted properties like you. Business is business. The fundamental never change. Everyone racing against time. It's just that with haunted house, profit and trend come and so much faster. Gonna hustle extra hard to keep those earnings flowing since this gig put food on my table. If it's such a grind, why did you especially choose to go into haunted house business? Oh, it's all pretty much the same. Every line of work is tough. She waves her hand nonchalantly, using an exaggerated sigh to brush off your question. Given Lumi's social acumen, she must have picked up what you were really asking. How you been? Well, I'm doing good. You know, there's nothing much happening. I do worry about my friends who live in LA right now, you know, with the whole protest going on. But yeah, nothing happened over here where I am, but you know, you still have to keep an eye out for yourself sometimes. You know what I mean, right? Let me cut to the chase. Haunted houses are considered taboo and notoriously difficult to sell. Don't most agents steer clear of these properties? Oh, so that's what you were asking about. Lumi put on an expression of sudden compression, adjusting her composure. As she moved, the key beneath her trenchcoat make a crisp clinking sound, almost like a smug laughter. This girl, I swear to God, that's exactly why they just your average agent. The haunted house business had its risk, sure, but there's a lot more money to be made. Girl, you scamming people. You literally selling haunted house to people, girl. That's not a good business. I'm not just ranking in cash from sale, but also from all those thrill seekers over in East Side who flock here for good scare. Believe it or not, sometimes just selling tickets because of a house haunted reputation bring a small fortune. Oh my God. I'm from California. The ride happened. Yeah, I'm seeing some clips from TikTok and Bluesky. It's pretty bad. So if you since you're there, Lex, stay safe, my friend. Cause they are targeting everyone right now. So it's not good. As she speaks, she pats her pocket with a quick flick of her wrist. A pristine business card materialized between her finger, which she promptly thrust before your eyes. Want some out of the bureau? Hit me up anytime. Whether you're house hunting or just curious about haunted spot, bring your friends and I'll hook you up with a nice discount. Girl, I'm not gonna buy your haunted house. Stop. Scare me. Sure, fighting real haunted house is like a striking goal these days. But if you're up for a spooky encounter, just swing by my way. I'll make sure you meet a ghost or two. I will, no worry. It's hard to go outside. Yeah, dude, Sam here. Like, even though it's nothing happening over here for now, I'm still feel like I need to like watching everywhere I go, bro. It's fucking scary. I'll bump your deal to the top of the list just for you. You can count on it. There's no rush for my personal deal. You take the business card, but don't pocket it. Simply placing it next to the document on the table. Then you slide the real estate developer properties inspection assessment towards Lumi. It's too soon to talk about you leaving the bureau. And my personal deal can wait. Right now we've got some major case on our hands and they asking for your involvement specially. 25 is a crazy year. Yeah, it is crazy year. So many things happening. There happened some rumor about the old district mark for the government urban renewal project and the real estate developer in charge of the project. They're in charge of the demolishing the old district, and now they want me to hold up my end of the deal by proving the area isn't haunted and those houses aren't cursed, right? I mean, backer we're talking about, after all. They're generous. Just the initial deposit is nearly half a year income for me. No wonder you move up my interrogation. It's because of this situation, right? With theatrical flair, Lumi flipped through the agreement with a rusting flourish, not bothering to read any of its contents before casually tossing the document aside. When old buildings seem haunted, it's usually just aging infrastructure or some malfunction. This situation are super easy to fix. With my touch, haunted hellholes just turn into dream homes overnight. Only catch, I don't do remote work yet. I'll need to be there in person. Oh God. There's no voice lines. Every time I freaking read, I'm so like thirsty so fast. From how you're describing, where are those haunted houses you have handled just cases like this? Pretty much. It's not like ghosts are that common anyway. Living people without homes carry way more resentment than any ghost ever could. Isn't that true? But anyway, Chief, when do you plans to let me out to handle it? It's a major urban renewal and demolition project after all, and delaying too long will only create more trouble for the Bureau, right? She crafted her work with meticulous care, gently probing your position. Despite her intentionally courteous manner, you remain unmoved. After multiple rounds of exchange, you are growing increasingly convinced that Lumi is not as cooperative in this interrogation as she appears to be. Stop beating around the bush. Lumi, you can stop proving my position. I know you want to lead the Bureau, but I'll be perfectly clear with you. Giving our investigation findings, that's not going to happen easily. Oh shit. You have been hiding critical information while only sharing trivial detail. So let's start with this. Those properties you handle, were they already haunted house to begin with, or did they only become haunted after they fell into your hand? Oh shit. Plot reveal. Take a residential mania detection report. Oh shit. If she actually selling house, that's starting to contain mania when people bought it. Oh, that's gonna be a fucking plot twist. Like, girl is scamming. According to the investigation on the complete properties transaction, every haunted properties handled by Lumi show evidence of meticulous remove mania residue. Based on the nature of this mania, corruptor may have been present up at the site for extended period. Oh fuck. Furthermore, testimonies from several Lumi fellow agents have indirectly confirmed the suspicion. Only Lumi can find, handle, and sell those properties successfully. Your fellow agents speak highly of your skill, but many of them share the Bureau's skepticism about your method. Based on evidence gathered from these properties, you are now under serious suspicion of sheltering corruptors. We suspect that you intentionally used them to fabricate haunted house and fraudulently profited from the scheme. Wow. Crazy plot reveal. Lumi, do you have anything to say in your defense? Whoa, you just got real serious all of a sudden. I was expecting you to say something actually important. Damn, she don't give a shit. After a brief silence, Lumi shrugged her shoulder, spread her hand with a complete indifference as if the accusation meant nothing to her. Yeah, she don't give a shit. Alright, you got me. I checked all the boxes. But was that really proving? I'm a genius using corruptor to fake supernatural activities and market haunted houses? That I was born for real estate? Look, what I did didn't hurt anyone or cause any real damage. If my little trick qualified as fraud, then how the East Side Real Estate Agency belong behind bars? would certainly save you the trouble of running around collecting statements from those agents in town. Damn. Setting aside the consequences of what you call little tricks, simply gathering corruptors already constitute a serious prohibited offense. This sort of minor violation should be nothing new for the MPCC chief. Hey, don't look at me like that. I'm just joking. This girl is crazy. Honestly, like so far, I mean, she doesn't sound like unhinged like any other sinners, but she's still kind of crazy for like scamming people with haunted house and shit. Look, I know I've broken some rule, and that's why I have been cooperating with your investigation. But let's be clear, even with my record that had nothing to do with the developer property inspection request, I have never been to that old district, not once. If you've been there, how could you be so certain that hauntings were caused by aging facilities rather than corruptors? A tense silence suddenly enveloped the interrogation room, your words lingering in the air. Lumi narrows her eyes, scrutinizing you closely, the once casual smile on her face fading away. I was just talking off the cuff. No need to get hung up on word choice. So what you're implying, Chief, is that you suspect I'm behind the hauntings rumor in the old district? I'm just pointing out a possibility. After all, our investigation showed that staging fake hauntings have been your standard practice in your haunted properties dealing. That was for profit before, to sell houses. But what would I gain from doing it this time? Sabotage the demolition so I never receive my final payment from the client? Does that make any sense? You're giving me way too much credit, Chief. I'm overthinking. Is overthinking everything just a professional habit in the law enforcement? Maybe. A lot of time I wish I was just overthinking things. Currently, we have no evidence linking you to the hauntings in the old district. But at the same time, we can't entirely clear your suspicion. The investigation into your past activities remain incomplete. To mitigate potential risks, the Bureau will need to maintain certain restriction on you. Oh shit. You purposely pause. Lumi's expression stay composed, showing no immediate reaction to your words. But the subtle tightening of her posture betrays her underlying nervousness, allowing you to catch a crack in her facade. Continue to probe her. Don't think this deal will be your ticket out of the Bureau, Lumi. Oh snap, Smoke! What's up, man? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Norm Brea, thank you for the follow as well. Thank you. Welcome. So, what are you going to do about the developer request? Since you yourself raised the possibility of corruptor causing these paranormal events, our top priorities before demolition begins will be detecting and eliminating any mania influence. It is exactly the kind of situation the Bureau specializes in handling. I'm good. How about you? I'm doing good. You know, there's nothing happening lately this week except, you know, shit gone downhill for them. But yeah, so that. But anything else of where I live is it's just, you know, quiet. Then you yourself raised the possibility of corruptors causing these paranormal event. The top priorities before demolition begins will be detected. Okay, we already read that. If the scan detect any anomalies, the demolition will be hosted and proposed. And given your history of using corruptors to fake hunting, you can expect a much deeper investigation. Oh shit. And if there's no issue, we still have other options to handle it without requiring your involvement. You deliberately maintain a stern tone while carefully observing Lumi's reaction. Her expression visibly stiffened, which is word. Oh, she's getting serious. Just when you expect her mood to deteriorate further and reveal her true motives for pursuing this request, she suddenly burst into laughter, reverting to that same carefree, joking demeanor she displayed at the beginning of the interrogation. Oh my god. She doesn't care. You're right. You definitely should scan the area first. That old district is so isolated. Corruptors should have easily wandered in. Didn't happen plenty of time before. Still, I would recommend letting me check the property myself before you finish your part. Lumi approached ship in attitude momentarily, catching you off guard. Wow. Why did you have to go there? It's not like I absolutely have to go. Besides, weren't you the one who brought up this request thing, Chief? I know the Bureau doesn't let sinners walk around, but special cases require special treatment, you know. I signed a properties inspection agreement. So if I don't show up to finalize it, the developer could claim breach of contract and bleed the Bureau dry. Wow. Just look at this penalty clause. It's multiple times the commission. I wouldn't just lose the money. I would playing out a pocket. I would ruin my name in the business. She reopened the properties inspection agreement that was set aside, her finger repeatedly circling the violation penalties on the last page. A pointed reminder of her shrewd, profit-driven nature as agent. Lumi reasoning sound plausible enough, but this vague one-size-fits-all explanation might just be her way of talking in circles just to shut down further question. As you ponder the detail of Lumi's behavior during the interrogation, something feels off. A question that's been bothering you since the beginning comes creeping back. What is it now? If you're only in the real estate for the money, why go through the trouble of faking haunted house? Noble properties would be much easier to sell. Someone with your talent doesn't need cheap haunted house done. Not really cheap. Every industry is its own world with layer you won't see. You would never been in real estate. You don't know how things actually works. I mean, that's fair. Sure enough, she brushed you off again. Meeting your gaze, Lumi smiles slightly, almost as if she can read your thought. In the tense silence between you, it's dawned upon you that this interrogation has hit a wall. You lack the evidence needed to challenge her claim. Need an opening to make her slip up and reveal her true intention. Take off short-term permit to leave. Oh shit! You produced the document you have prepared in advance. When Lumi read its content, a flicker of suspicion crossed her face, only to be quickly masked by the same nonchalant smile. Wait, what? This whole time you were just trying to scare me? Think of it as standard procedure, but you're right about one thing. The Bureau is getting tired of the real estate developer constant pressure. Sending you in would be the quickest way to resolve the situation. However, in exchange, I'll be accompanying you the entire time. Oh, damn. A lot of reading. So, Chief, you sure not in the market for house? She's still trying to get us buying haunted house. Girl, we will not. On the way back to the intention area, Lumi hastening her step to move ahead of you. While walking backward to maintain eye contact, she seamlessly transitioned back into her salesperson persona, dispelling the serious atmosphere of the interrogation room within seconds. The old district inspection will only take half a day at most. How about I show you some properties with the rest of our time? Even if you're not buying, it doesn't hurt to look, right? You really don't need to focus so much on me as potential client. It's not just about selling to you. I treat all clients without homes equally. That's my core principle as a agent. She literally called cheap homeless. Wow. It's not just about selling to you. I treat all clients. Oh yeah, we already read this. Fortunately, the path isn't long, and Lumi's unyielding sell pitch, which allow you no breathing space, finally come to a halt as you reach for a fork in the corridor. After saying goodbye, she hurried away with a quick long stride. You watch a figure disappear and begin to breathe a sigh of relief when you suddenly notice something odd. Your pocket feels unusually bulky. What the heck did she put in your pocket? You reach into your pocket and a thick stack of business card comes tumbling out of all at once, scattering across the ground. This girl. Huh. Phase 1 complete. Oh my god. So I think today is gonna be probably a very short stream because you only have like 3 phases. Okay, Lumi, let's get you. Okay. How many evidence do we need? 1. Okay. Cafe in Eastside, 7 a.m. All right. Sorry for the wait. Do you have any trouble getting here? I picked out some great properties based on your need. All very budget friendly. Take a look and see what you think. Do you have more affordable option? I have some big career change lately, and this might be a stretch for me right now. Oh, don't worry at all. My job is to find you the right fit. Now take this one. Top floor, north facing, quick layout. It's outlived 3 owners, and the price had dropped like a rock. Could be your lucky break. Selling haunted house for people again. The price worked for me, but what the place actually like? What the place actually like inside? In the neighborhood, my last place had the leak, and the endless dripping totally ruined my sleep. You absolutely can miss this one. After they found human remains in the plumbing, all the pipes were completely upgraded. Whisper quiet now. You sleep like a baby granny. Girl! She's not only say, oh, we just remove all the human remains and bones in the plumbing, and now you can just live in there normally. Nothing happened. My god. I'm not superstitious or anything, but all these houses you show me are haunted. I actually prefer living alone, so I might need to think this through. You never know if it's right until you try. And guess what? I've got this great deal. Just 100 Bitcoin for 1 month trial, and extend it for a few more months. It's no problem at all. Those ghosts were respectable, salary tenant in life. The kinds who always mind their manners and don't damage properties. Honestly, you might end up getting along great. The bell chimed crisply, signaling the departure of the final client. Lumi downed her drink in one gulp, let out a deep exhale, and crawled into the couch. Finally finished. Thanks for sticking with me through all this, Chief. You got quite remarkable sales tactics. Oh, bro. You're too kind, but hey, this job put food on my table. Gotta bring my A game. When you say put food on the table, you mean by selling house at rock bottom price? You pick up the 3 housing contracts signed today and casually flip through their content. You close plenty of deals, but all at below market prices. Unless you got these properties for free, I don't see how you're making any profit. Don't you remember? I also make money from haunted house tour. Besides, these clients who rush to buy houses all have their own struggle. If I can't help them, why wouldn't I? I just want them to have a place they can call home. Once they sign the paper and have a home. She put on a thoughtful expression and gradually lowered her voice. You wait tentatively for her to continue. To your surprise, she suddenly breaks into a wide grin, snatching the contract from your hand, and start using them as makeshift plan. It'll be easier for me to make money when they trap in a contract. Hey, don't give me that look. I'm just kidding. Girl, you... Don't stop playing with us now. Come on, don't do that. Anyway, shouldn't we be heading to the old district? If we don't leave now, we are going to be late. Distracted by Lumi's chain of subject, you glance down to check the time. By the time you look up, she already packed everything and is standing before you. Her rapid fire stream of earthing leave no room for a response. Before you know it, she all but shoving you out of the cafe in a hurry. Old District in East Side, 5 p.m. The demolitions on earmarked for redevelopment sit in East Side most and economically depressed area. Gray, cracked wall have been painted over multiple times, while small advertisement plaster every surface, leave unclean for who knows how long. You and Lumi arrive on time at the residential building where you were scheduled to meet the real estate developer. To your surprise, the surroundings are unnervingly quiet. Despite being near dinner time, there's not the slightest hint of human life anywhere. Wow. There's nobody here. Where's all the residents? As you know, this is a top priority project for leadership. It's have been delayed by complication. Many properties owners here don't have full context like yourself, which had led to misunderstanding and less than ideal cooperation. We had no choice but to exit the resident with relocation last month. Assistant with relocation? Bureau hasn't informed about any of this before today. Did you secure proper approval before acting? Was the resident giving full resettlement plans and compensation? By protocol, you should have shared this information with us when you request this meeting. This is just reasonable flexibility, unless at the bureau sudden demand for mania testing doesn't count either. The test became back clean, but you never know where there might come some residual common contamination. Getting owners out early was a safety precaution for their own good. Besides, this back and forth with you already set us back. We simply don't have time to report everything according to protocol anymore. I hope you understand. While talking, the developers show utter indifference towards their regulatory violation in forcibly relocating residents, almost treating such action as standard procedure. This demolition project is clearly not as legitimate as they publicly claim. Continue questioning. Honestly, the early relocation worked in my favor. Make it much easier for me to go in and check things out. Just as you were about to speak, Lumi silent until now. Suddenly cut in. She shifted stumbling between you and the real estate developer, steering the conversation away and leaving you sidelined. By the way, what's the first story behind these haunted buildings rumors? The more detail I know, the faster I can wrap this up. They just baseless rumor. What detail could there possibly be? This area is slated to become commercial district, and this haunted nonsense is seriously scaring off investor. We're bleeding money over superstition, and we still can't find the source of this rumor. If you ask me, it's probably those stubborn homeowner who won't budge. That's entirely possible. I have stated ghosts and two myself when dealing with top client in the past. But don't worry, I'll make sure to take care of all these ghosts for you today. Your demolition schedule won't get derailed on my watch. Good. I hire you because I trust your expertise in evaluating supposedly haunted properties. Don't disappoint me, Miss Lumi. Naturally, you pay, I perform. That's the deal. Shall we begin? After you. The real estate developer strike forward the residential buildings, pointedly ignoring you. Lumi trailed behind him, maintaining the same eager smile she had when meeting with her client this morning. Something undeniably shading lurked behind this demolition project, and the developer isn't even pretending otherwise. Yet Lumi doesn't seem surprised in the slightest. Does she already know the truth? Or does she just not care, so long as the project gets done and she gets paid? You hear her calling from up ahead, temporarily setting aside your suspicion. You follow them into a residential building. Oh my god, that was loud. Holy shit. The rusty bedroom door cracks open. Before you can make out the room layout, the overhead bolt explodes in the shower of spark. Then, at the edge of your sight, an eerie shadow materializes on the far wall. Hearing learned from the past experiences, you immediately cover your ears. Almost simultaneously, a piercing scream cuts through the air. What the heck? Ah. Jeez, you got some pipes on you. Relax. There's nothing to be afraid of. There. See for yourself. Lumi strikes past you and the cowering developer, pulling a flashlight from her coat. The beam cut through the dark, exposing the shadow's true nature. Human in outline, yet completely motionless, more like a stain on the wall than anything supernatural. What the heck is it? See those hook hole ups there? There must have been a quote hanging there for years without being moved. That's why the human-shaped mark is left on the wall. Clearly, people who live in a place like this didn't care about housekeeping at all. It's an old building after all. What we've seen so far, flickering light from bad wiring and that damn smell from water trapped between walls. Just stand away and tear. But spot that shadow in the dead of night, and it could easily pass for some vengeful ghost hovering at your bedside. Haha, don't you think so? Oh my god, this girl. She doesn't scare of ghosts. Of fucking course she didn't. Now that we confirmed there's nothing wrong here, let's move on to inspect the next area. The real estate developer, having barely regained his composure, made no effort to hide his impatience. Clearly unwilling to linger, he turned on his heel and marched out, leaving you and Lumi trailing a step behind. A faint footstep echoed from the corner. You turn around in the dim light. What appeared to be a shadowy figure quickly slipped around the turn. Who is it? Is the kid? Go and take a look. Chief, wrong turn. We need to go this way. I know, but I thought I saw something over there. What did you see? You look back toward the corner, only to find it completely empty now. Nothing there except for ceiling light buzzing with poor electrical contact. Your eyes might be playing trick on you. Don't go scaring yourself. We still have another floor to check. The faster we move, faster we out. Chief, if you're really that scared, just stick close and don't fall behind. Before you can respond, she grabs your sleeve and practically drags you in the opposite direction, as if even 1 second lingering near that corner might cause her to work overtime. Her sudden urgency leaves you bewildered. You stumble forward from the force of her pull, instantly trying to look back. But before you can fully turn your head, you feel another sharp tug on your sleeve. our progress today have been much faster than I expected. At this rate, once those rumors are cleared up, this place should be ready for the demolition soon, right? Based on what we have seen so far, that should be the case, as long as nothing unusual comes up. You seem quite concerned about the demolition. Of course, I won't get the final payment of this commission until the demolition officially begins. Besides, I'm sure the Bureau wants this demolition over with too, right? Huh. You don't immediately answer Lumi's question. Despite obvious signs suggesting the real estate developer shady dealing with the demolition, this technically falls outside the Bureau and jurisdiction. And given how deteriorating these buildings are, swift demolition is probably the right call. With no mania residue found here and this haunted debunk, the Bureau has no reason to oppose the demolition project moving forward. Yeah, you have no reason to oppose it. She not naturally equating you with the Bureau, seemingly confirmed something to herself to this classification. You sense something off in her tone and are about to press further. How much longer do you two plan to waste time over there? Come in, sorry for the hold up, right behind you. Lumi trotted quickly after him, her face instantly resuming a standard radiant smile. That thoughtful expression from moments ago seemed almost like it was just your imagination. The rest of the inspection unfolds without a hitch, with Lumi effortlessly debunking every supposedly paranormal incident you encounter. Slowly, the real estate developer tensed posture relaxed, his initial unease giving way to relief. Maybe trying to salvage his pride after his earlier jumpy display, the developer grows much more talkative, venting his emotion and no longer concealing his true opinion about the old district. I knew it. There's no such thing as ghosts in this world. And even if there were, what are the odds they all haunted my turf? Now it's time to squeeze those hoes out and find out who have been feeding this rumor. Their greed just never ends, holding out for more money than pulling this crap. Guess they don't even want to pittance the pittance we're offering anymore. Oh shit. Just as you turn to a corridor before the real estate developer can complete his sentence, a precariously dangling light above suddenly plummets to the ground, shattering into pieces. Uh-oh. Then comes the second bolt, the third, continuing all the way to the end of the corridor. Darkness surges in like a flood, engulfing your entire field of vision within seconds. How many times is this going to happen? The old same tricks again. Miss Lumi, I suppose this is another case of unstable voltage, right? Miss Lumi? Uh-oh. The expected replies never come, leaving only complete silence surrounding you. You turn around. Uh-oh. She run away? She's gone. Lumi is gone. What the fuck just happened? Uh-oh. This music. Something's about to go down. All the open doors throughout the building suddenly slam shut in unison. The rotten floor beneath your feet stirring up upon the tremendous noise. Footsteps, altering between light and heavy, materialize out thin air. In the pitch black darkness, showery fingers seem to dart past, their shrill laughter echoing around you. Uh-oh. Yo, this music is sick. What? The darkness hiding your senses, making everything around you feel contaminating with dread. A sharp ringing fills your ear as your heart pounds like drumbeat echoing throughout your body. A chill slowly creeps up your spine. But what troubles you even more is that since the disturbance began, the shackle connecting you to Lumi have grown extremely weak. This usually indicates that the safety of the sinner is threatened. Not a good sign at all. Uh-oh, Lumi is in trouble. This realization overrides your instinctive fear. You need to find her quickly. As you prepare to move, a hand suddenly grabs the hem of your coat with desperate strength. Oh no, there's really a ghost. Hey, where are you going? You do know what to do. You do know what you're doing, right? Just get me out here first. Once we're safe, I'll pay you however much you want. My responsibility to the sinner come first. I need to check on Lumi's condition. Oh my god. It's about to go down. Vero has already screened this place for corrupted risk, and I haven't detected any abnormal mania punctuation. Are you afraid to leave on your own? Find a safe spot and wait for me to return. You shake up his grip, but barely take a step before his hand lands around your arm again. From the cracked wall comes a shrill, stirring laughter, mocking your struggle, sending a chill down your spine. That's not good. Don't push it. You brought this sinner here, and now she run off because she clearly knew there was something wrong with this place. When they start looking for someone to blame, you also be in the line. Should have known better than to trust some two-bit agent. Take the money and can't even do the job right. Fuck it. Interrupt him. His barrage of offensive words show no sign of abating. You have borne this man a shameless behavior for far too long, reaching the limit of your tolerance. You know exactly how this demolition project really works, and who take the fall when it's over. I don't have time for this. Let's go. You. Ouch. Exhausted by his shameless argument, you use a swift practice movement to break free from his grip and immediately head deeper into the corridor. Oh god, where the heck is Lumi? Within a moment, the developer footstep echo behind you. You have no energy to worry about him now as you focus all attention on the fragile shackle connection, trying to pinpoint Lumi's exact location. The aged floorboard groaned under your weight. In distant laughter and whisper echo through the air. You feel your way forward in the darkness, unable to see clearly, but you sense something lurking in the shadow. Its gaze fixed on your back. Oh my god, that sounds terrifying. The shackle leads to a narrow door at the far end of the corridor. Without hesitation, you slam it open. Lumi! You can hardly call it a room. A cramped, disordered cram with dust-covered, decrepit furniture. Uh-oh. Lumi lies collapsed in the center, surrounded by grimy couches with stuff protruding out. She showed no response to your call, appearing completely unconscious. Uh-oh. Other sound emerged in the room, twisting and clawing along the wall and floor, breaking the intermittently as they echo around you. That is creepy. Oh my god. Holmes is gone. What now? Why do you take my hour? You pay no heed to the raspy whisper that's surrounding you. Instead, rush forward to check on Lumi. But in the next instant, something seized your ankle. You instinctively whirl around to look. Before you can make it out its form, the massive dark shadow instantly constricts your limbs, then your neck, mouth, and nose, gradually robbing your breath and consciousness. You hear the anguished cry of the real estate developer who is also succumbing to the same mysterious assault. What the heck is happening? The shackle within your body is posed in response to mania. A corruptor? No, you recognize its power all too well. Hold the shackle! Hold the freaking shackle! You wrap the thin coil around your neck. As you release the shackle, the darkness engulfs your vision. Simultaneously, a flood of foreign memories flood your consciousness, infiltrating your mind through the connection of the shackle. What the heck is happening? Oh. Well, grandmother. My, where have you been wandering to come home so late? Go wash up. Dinner's ready. Oh shit, this is Lumi memories. Oh my god, okay. I was wondering when we're gonna know about her past. Holy shit. I wasn't wondering, just fell asleep on the bus and missed my stop. Grandma, listen. Those demolition people came again. They were handing out stuff in the neighborhood and told me to bring one home for the adults. Let me check. Oh, this? Just put it with the old newspapers. I already signed a demolition contract. Oh, she called her Lumi too. Oh, damn. I'm not the only one. Lumi, we'll be moving to a new home soon. Huh? But didn't everyone say those people were scammers who just wanted to steal our homes? That was before they changed management. The new developers makes it clear to us. This demolition is a government decision meant to improve people's living condition. This contract got all proper stamp. The compensation money will come right to us on time, and our new home will have better condition and location than here. They even got night buses here. Not buses there, so you can play outside till the star comes out and still get back safe. Goodness, why am I explaining grown-up things to you? Up to wash those hands now. Your dinner's going cold. Oh damn, that's we are in her memory. Bam bam bam. The hammering at the door shattering the quiet of their home. Before they could react, the stranger poured inside, shouting, shoving, and smacking an official demolition permit onto the table before the grandmother and granddaughter. Stop wasting time. You're holding up our work. Pack him and get out of here. This wasn't our agreement. The relocation date hasn't even come. This is against the law. I will report you. Your relocation date means nothing. Demolition date is today. That contract signed, stampable, legally binding. Go cry to the judge. Shouldn't have read the fine print, Grandma. Only person to blame is you. Wow, these people are fucking asshole. Oh my god. Poor Lumi and her grandmother, man. You got half day to go pack. Once the machine start rolling, we won't be reliable if your brittle old bone get crushed. Jesus, Mister, my grandma is really old. My parents usually deal with this stuff, but they always working. We don't really understand all of this. No wonder the place is haunted. Yeah, it's fuck up that it's fuck up what it is to like Lumi and her grandmother, man. What the heck? You think the kid's telling the truth? If the property really under the parents' name, this could get messy, and that's not the kind of report management want to hear. True my ass. 2 people live here. That's it. Last time we fell for the helpless kid act, but this little skeever pull up trick. Probably learned it all from the old hag. Get out of the way now. Oh my god. This fucking people is just. She's just a child. She doesn't understand. Please, we'll go. We'll go right now. Lumi, sweetheart, hold grandma's hands. Her grandmother had never taught her such lies, but at the moment, the old woman said nothing, only gripped her granddaughter's fingers and placed her own frail body between the child and those intimidating men. Grandma, I wasn't smart enough. What do we do now? Oh, don't cry, sweetheart. None of this is your fault. Grandma will find us a new place to stay. Here, Lumi, help me read this address. These old eyes aren't as sharp as they once were. I really am old. No, absolutely not. An old woman and a kid living up a pension? Can you even pay a rent on time? Look, don't waste your breath. I'm not running a charity here. Go, no means no. Oh wow. They have no place to live. To be frank with your situation, options are limited, but there's workarounds. If you're willing to cover some extra fee, standard rate won't apply here. I'm sure you get what I meant. You need to get out by next week at the latest. Clear out quickly. I have urgent plan for this place. Oh my god. Could you possibly give us a few more days? Next week is far too soon. We won't have enough time to find another place. Not my problem. That's just how things are. If you don't have You don't own properties in East Side. You better get used to a situation like this. Wow, this is so fucking real, but it's so sad. Oh my god. Excuse me, please wait. Late at night, in their rented room, the Gray's ill elderly woman couldn't stop coughing. Lumi brought her warm water and painkiller with practiced ease. All trace of her past panic gone. Don't worry, Grandma. I've kept copies of your lease agreement and all the bills. I've talked to the landlord. She can't just break the contract and throw us out without a reason. According to the agreement, we can stay for another month. Before then, I'll definitely find. Lumi, my child, it's all my fault. I'm sorry. No, Grandma, this is not your fault. Oh my, dude, poor Lumi, man. Her denial has never reached her grandmother's heart. The old woman just muttering weakly, her cloud eyes glued to the ceiling, and groaning in guilty worry. How is what make a home? And now our home is gone. Oh, Lumi, how will you manage now? Home is gone. Wait, is this her grandma? I swear to God, it's her grandma. I'm gonna fucking lose it. Okay, I'm gonna stop it here. We'll be right back after the break. I'm back. Doki, if you still here, let me know. Sorry for the long break because I'm a slow eater, you know. So sometimes like the dinner usually take like 30 minutes ish because one, I'm really slow eater, so it took way too long for me to come back. That's why I was like usually that's why I was like taking a break or some stuff. I tell people to like do something else while I'm away. So Toki, if you're still here, let me know. Me checking. Okay, everything is good. Let's go back to the stream. Where were we? you pull off the thing wrap around your body. A pitch black curtain from the below come and clinging on a chain. Lumi, weapon of choice, the other end firmly gripped by her hand. Oh yeah, the one is right here. That's so cool. I turned off. Oh no. The volume was not off. I was like, okay. Lumi, are you okay? As a child crouched beside Lumi, whose face had been drained in color, anxiously checking on her. Behind him, there's a hole in the door. And beside the tile, a tape recorder whirled. Stay back. I'm not going to let you hurt Lumi. Huh. Adjust this. Oh no, guy, I'm trying to. There we go. Okay. Oh my god, the freaking tab, stop. The tab is annoying me. Okay. Then we all set. Okay. Let's get back. The real estate developer lies unconscious on the floor nearby. Fortunately, he's only fainted from the fright and has no visible injuries. After confirming the situation is under control, you turn your attention back to the wary child standing protectively in front of Lumi. You're one of the resident children, aren't you? Are you creating this haunting to stop the old district from being demolished? I don't know what you're talking about. The boy's denial come out shrill, unnatural. His eye lock onto yours, too wild, unblinking, as if sheer intensity could force you to believe him. His behavior say enough, especially paired with everything else you notice. Darting shadow, the prickle of unseen eyes, and voices and footsteps that seem to follow you from every direction. If none of this actually caused by mania, then everything is just like tape recorder on the floor. The kind of ghost staging trick Lumi has mentioned. Are there other children in the building? No. For hunting this elaborate, there must be more people involved than just you. Did Lumi put you all up to this? It wasn't Lumi's fault. It was our idea. She was just trying to help us. Those mean people started first. They kicked us out, even though this is our home. Oh, okay. So there's no ghosts. It's just Lumi and the kid just try to scare the adult away because they are trying to take away their home. Okay. The child doesn't get to finish. Lumi hands yank him behind her for protection. She staggered upright, breath thrashed, but it's not the shackle waving her down. Her current weakened state seems more like she has been attacked by something. When did you figure it out? I got suspicious after meeting the developer. Then I noticed people still in the building. And you keep changing subject while probing my stand on the demolition. That's when I knew. And I never imagined you would go as far as faking an attack, even using your power on yourself just to sell at the act and leaving yourself this vulnerable. You are trying to make it look like a corrupt attack won you. I must say, you really went above and beyond for authenticity. Towards the end, the composure cracked. Lumi took her head in confusion, as if not understanding why you are upset, before her practiced smile slid back into place. Right. I shouldn't have known. Once the Bureau and you got involved, I was bound to get caught. Okay, sure. A haunted properties adventure might have some coordination difficulties. But come on! You got to admit the overall atmosphere was pretty impressive. Told you we wouldn't need a real ghost with me in the lead. Besides, I didn't even charge you cheap. So cut me some slack, alright? Who knew that developer could chicken out that hard? Lumi, are you seriously going to keep avoiding the issue with this act? At this point, no one going to buy the just a prank excuse anymore. Your words echoed through the silent room. She watched you quietly, the smile on her lips gradually flattening into a straight line. The silence between you stretched like an over-tightened string, ready to snap at any moment. The next second, a soft squall break the standoff. You're right. Keeping up this charade wouldn't look good on me. And it's pointless anyway. Look, that jerk down there and those backing him stole the relocation fund meant for the resident in the old district. Now that they can't cover up their embezzlement, they turning the screw on the property's owner here instead. Those contracts are nothing but legal draft. No provision for relocation housing, no demolition compensation. The resident tried to hold them off by refusing to sign. I never imagined they would stoop this low. So you work with the property owner to spread hauntings rumor or to delay the demolition project? We could scare you official today. That would be ideal. But even if that's failed, just spreading rumors about corruptor sighting causing fainting spell in the old district would stall demolition anyway. How's that for an answer? Does that satisfy your curiosity, Chief? You ignore the mockery and hostility in her word and continue your questioning. I continue with this plan even after coming to the Bureau. You had other options. Of course I knew it was risky and wouldn't solve the root of the problem, but it would at least save the houses and buying them time. As long as these houses are still standing, people have something to fight for. A chance to find a real solution. You know, that's not what I'm asking. Lumi is stunned for a few seconds. After making out your expression, she finally grabs your word left and say, Then she let out a sob laugh, as if she heard something amusing. You're asking why I didn't come clean during my interrogation and seek help from you and the Bureau on you. Why should I trust you? I mean, yeah, that's fair. You have never opposed the higher-up decision to demolish the old district. And you have admit that the developers are difficult to deal with. Officially, you are a Bureau employee, practically in the same boat as them. Even official document with signature and seal can be elaborate trap. And I'm just dangerous sinner under your supervision, Chief. I have no reason whatsoever to believe you would actually help me. Her voice stayed detached, as if she merely stating objective facts. The recorder on the floor continued to whistle about home, over and over, unsuspectedly bringing to mind the bedridden elder and the child staying in her bedside. You really thought we were on the opposite side? Weren't you worried I would hold you comfortable once everything came out? The haunting rumor was entirely my idea. I couldn't just watch the old district get tremble, so I stuck my nose where it didn't belong. I'm just not good enough to scare you off. If you're not convinced and send an investigator anyway, they'll confirm the property's owner knew nothing about it, and these children were just manipulated by me. Of course, after today, there might be fresh rumor about monsters reappearing in the old district and someone fainting. How many would believe it? What impact would they have? Well, that would have nothing to do with me. Just then, your comm device suddenly sprang to life with an alert. The atmosphere in the room instantly freezes. Lumi clearly isn't as confident as she's been pretend to be. You notice her hand tightening once again on her end of the weapon. In a silent standoff, you press the answer button on the device, never taking your eyes off Lumi's face. Oh, it's Nightingale. Chief, you significantly exceed your scheduled return time. I've noticed that both you and Sim and Lumi are still located in the old district. Is there a problem? We encountered a corruptor that broke in unsuspectingly. The developers fainted from shock, and several children are trapped here. No others casualty. Please send help. Please send backup. Chief. Also, please notify the relevant department that all demolition activity in this area must be suspended. I'll explain the detail when I return. Understood. Medical team and backup are on their way. You end the call, and silence reclaims the room. Lumi's face is hidden in the shadow of her bed, only her extremely bright eyes visibly staring at you in disbelief. Phase 2 done! Final phase we go. Hold on. God. Okay. Okay, we're good now. It's been a while, kiddo. Have you been good at home? Getting used to living here yet? Oh, the kid's perfectly fine. We are just glad you're okay, Lumi. The Bureau didn't give you too much trouble, didn't they? I'm sorry. I thought because I wasn't clever enough that Lumi got into trouble. Hey, what are you talking about? I'm absolutely fine. What about all of you though? Many people from the old district still haven't found new homes, right? And you just went ahead and signed the demolition contracts. Was it because you were worried about me? Or did someone use the haunting to pressure you? So young is so full of worries. But don't fret. There are new developer in charge now. And we had our every clause checked. The term are fair and the compensation should clear anyway, any day. Still, you should have rushed to sign. You still have rushed to sign. You need to stay cautious. Who knows if they'll keep their word. If we stay cautious forever, we'll never get anything done. The elderly resident cast a deliberate glance towards the door, and Lumino, that's the person who has specially arranged for her exit today, is waiting for her outside. Before I didn't want to sign the contract, but the compensation was part of it. But leaving the place I have called home for a decade wasn't easy. That house holds so many memories, and I have hoped to pass it down to the next generation. My grandma used to say the same thing. Yeah, people my age do cling to such things. But when I really thought about it, stubbornly holding on to it just for sentiment, always looking over my shoulder. That's not what a home should be, isn't it? Should be, is it? A house that doesn't give you peace of mind isn't really a home at all. That's so true. Now that the contract is signed, I actually feel more at ease. We know you and the chief must have been worked hard behind the scene. We trust you both, and we want to believe we make the right choice. The elderly resident gently ruffled the child's hair, a warm smile spreading across her face. Lumi watched her thought trip in some long ago memories before she can finally find her voice again. If you have any trouble finding new place, you absolutely have to come to me. Of course, we always kept your business card. We need a new place. You definitely be our first call. The sound of door open and closing echo from behind. Lumi stands at the doorway, thoughtfully staring at her toes and seemingly lost in contemplation. Is something still bothering you? Oh no, they all seem to be doing well. By the way, Chief, there's something I don't think I ever told you in person. Thank you. Aww. Huh? About what? Lumi fidgeted with the brim of her hat, her gaze skittering away, a rare crack in her usual composure. I heard from the people at the bureau that if you hadn't reported those jerks, and if you haven't keep pushing for the new project management and relocation contract revision, this whole situation wouldn't have been resolved so quickly. The fact that I can still come here and without any trouble is all thanks to you keeping those haunting rumors under wraps. So thank you. I was wrong to assume you wouldn't help me. I was really too short-sighted. And I'm sorry about that. Aww, it's okay, Lumi. It's all good, girl. Sure. Ensuring government projects run smoothly is just a part of my job. As for the haunting, I still have that huge stack of reflection letters you wrote during your detention sitting on my desk. Given how thorough that punishment was, I would say we square. We square, just like that? Well then, I'm going to stop bragging to everyone that I got the FBCC chief watching my back. Your response put Lumi at ease. Her tone became light as she glanced out the window, then turned back to you with a smile. And we still got time, and you're being so accommodating, Chief. I'm going to push my luck and ask for one more favor. Why don't you come over to my place? I don't think I've ever told you where I live, have I? Birds circling the clear blue sky as sunlight bathed the green landscape around you. Lumi lead you to a scenic garden on the east side, strolling aimlessly as if on an ordinary walk. Suddenly, she quickened her pace, get a few steps ahead of you, and turn around with her arms spread wide. Here we are! Welcome to my home! What the heck? You mean right here? That's right. Remember what I told you before? When I was a kid, my family barely escaped by. Spent most night on park benches. The exact bench right here. Go ahead, say hello to it. Oh, come on, don't look at me like that. I was just kidding. My home is really right here. It used to be here. It turned into a park? Don't tell me her home got turned into a park. That's fucked up if it is true. Lumi sit down on a bench and swing her leg, patting the empty space beside her. You sit down, she continue. See that rock here on the left? That was the exercise spot back in the day. Every morning, the old-timer would work in the parallel bars like they were in the circus. They got some real skill. This used to be an old neighborhood. Nothing as pretty as it now. My grandmother raised me here. Lived in this street long as I can remember. Then came the demolition notice. Everyone thought it was a good thing at first. Then it turned out the management played us. We talked people into signing a contract and kick us all out. And we lost our home just like that. Even when my grandmother got sick later on, she still blamed herself for being careless and falling for their lies. She recounted the story of practice detachment, but her eyes carried an unmistakable way as they scanned the surrounding, as if looking straight through the meticulous maintained garden playing into distant past. You decided to help the residents in the old district because you didn't want them to go through what you experienced, right? I guess you could say that. I just poked my nose where it didn't belong, that's all. After all, being homeless in East Side is a miserable experience. One day, you're getting evicted. The next, you're freezing under a bridge. Never wake up again. If you were living that nightmare, the better. They're way luckier than I was. They got someone like you who can actually step in and do something about it. You really make a difference for them. She raised her voice to a higher pitch and took her head, faithfully winking at you. However, you remain unfazed by her calculated attempt at flattery. Lumi seemed unaware that whenever she tried to hide something, she put on the same mask-like smile to deflect question. Beyond the old district situation, why do you go such length to create haunted house and sell them practically, giving away price to people who couldn't otherwise afford homes? Haven't you asked me this before? It's just business. The haunting are pure marketing, nothing personal. I did ask before, but isn't the same. No interrogation room, no official business, just me wanting to know your real answer. Making haunted house to turn the profit or start demolition isn't your only play, or even your best one. With your skill and resources, you could easily store up properties dispute that give developers just as many headaches. And yet you chose the haunted approach. Lumi, I'm curious why you're so particularly attached to the idea of haunted house. What would knowing all this mean to you anyway? From an investigative standpoint, this has no particular importance. But personally speaking, maybe I'm pushing my luck. After all, you did invite me to your home. That probably means you trust me, at least a little more than before. Birds still circle overhead in a canopy of sky. After a brief silence, she let out a sign, long and slow, part surrender, part relief. Like she finally carved out a small hollow in her burdened heart. Actually, I never really thought about why. I would just keep doing it. But if I have to come up with an answer, it's probably just selfishness on my part. I want to put my grandmother's soul at peace and prove my past self that I can protect my own home. Now, while helping everyone else have a home to return to. The demolition project has officially launched, with all local residents evacuated and properties resettled. According to municipal planning, to increase urban greenery, this area will soon become Eastside Scenic Garden, expected to be another landmark attraction for the city. My God. What a horrible, like, damn. Capitalism. Jesus. In the early morning, she clutched the old woman already cold hand. The harsh doorbell of the rental apartment shrieked, but to her, it was muffled worlds away. The elderly woman lay in bed, her coughing silent, her whisper worry about her home and granddaughter finally quiet. Either she had slipped into a dream too deep to break. Are you deaf? Can you hear the doorbell? I let it slide last time, but this time you're moving out, whether you like it or... Talk about bad timing. Wouldn't she have croaked somewhere else? Uh-oh. A shrill ringing drowned the landlord's curses, filling her skull like static. Still just a child. She was sharp aside as strangers flew in and out of the room, bombarding her with questions about her personal information. She had no idea to respond, frozen in place as she endured the stare. Some filled with pity, others hollow with complete indifference. By the time she came to her senses, officials had already taken her grandmother's bodies away. The latter had thrown her out, along with everything the two of them had ever owned, dumping it all outside the door. Wow, that's messed up, man. Holy shit, these people are horrible. They are horrible people. If I ever rented to you lot, I would be drowning in this cursed bad luck. Listen up, you little brat. Keep your mouth shut about the death here. If this place gets haunted reputation and I can't ret it out, I swear I'll make you pay for it. So I wondered for what it felt like ages, dragging my luggage with me. The strap mark on my palm took a whole month to fade. The strange thing was, the farther I walked, the lighter my back felt. I thought I was toughening up until I finally found a place to sleep on the street and saw the hole in the bag. She tried to line up the move with 4 smiles several times, but each attempt fell flat. Eventually, her gaze dropped to her palms, to the long, vanished mark only she remembers. As a kid, I was never scared, no matter how late I stayed out playing. Even if I missed the last bus and had to walk those dark, broken light streets, because I knew my grandma would be waiting, with a light always left on. But then there was nothing left behind me, just as grandma has feared. The house was gone, my home was gone, the light went out, and even my grandma was gone. I was left all alone. When my grandma's illness had already got really bad, I couldn't even escape to gather money for medicine. She was in so much pain she could barely speak. But all she worried about was still what would happen to me without a home after she was gone. So I made up my mind that I would get my own house someday, even if only to let my grandma rest in peace. Lie about my age to get work, save every penny I could, and meet plenty of others like me along the way. But the housing prices in East Side are possibly high. She consciously furrowed her brow, her hands tightening into fists on her knees. Most of those places aren't worth half asking the price. Faulty fire alarm and bad drainage are just the start. Oh shit, I skipped that. Oops. Most places won't have the price. Faulty fire and bad training were just a start. The worst one even have crumbled foundation and cracked wall. And despite all of that, it can still jack up prices and rent unreasonable levels, enough to scare up anyone who even look at the listing. Only those so-called haunted houses are different. The funny thing, you don't even need a real tragedy. Just a little creative storytelling, some strategic hype, and suddenly those baseless rumor send prices into nosedive. Lumi leans forward, her eyes widening as she looks at you, seemingly seeking your validation. People break their back their whole lives, pour every penny into honest. And for what? Places that aren't even half as good as the price tag claim. So if a few tricks, some fabricated haunted can knock prices down and give everyone a place to call home, why wouldn't I play that game? But these haunted houses we create are ultimately built on lies, and with lies, there's always the risk of being exposed. That's just theory, and honestly, still beat watching people rot on the street and drip through life. Every person who can accept that risk, there's someone else who lose sleep over it. Besides, not everyone equate a physical property with a home. Lumi, you actually the same way, aren't you? You keep saying that the only a house make a home, but after you invited me to your home, you brought me here to this garden. The house where you once lived with your grandmother is no longer here, but something else remains that you still consider home, something that belonged to you. You lower her gaze, her upturned coat collar concealing her expression. Only after a moment do you hear her speak, her words measured and slow. Neither. The property owner from the old district said something similar to me. What? She told me that a house that doesn't give you peace of mind isn't really a home at all. And back at the bureau, some sinner turned me down while I tried to sell them houses, saying that they were just fine having the bureau. That's because Cheap is there. Cheap is there, and they feel comfortable with her around. To be honest, I can't quite wrap my head around it. To me, only a house that's yours carry enough weight to be called home. What you own, a key you hold. If you can trust that, what else in the world can you rely on? But like you say, I have handled so many properties over the years. But why do I end up coming back here? A gentle breeze blows from behind, slipping through the space between you two on the bench. A whisper of wind nearly drowning out her soft murmuring. I have been shopping houses at people, acting like my idea at home is universal. Now I wonder, am I really any better than those who inflate property's value while pressuring others into home ownership? Chip, tell me, have I been wrong about this all along? This is the closest you have ever come to Lumi raw heart since you first met her. Her past experience with forced eviction and death of a loved one has created an obsession with home ownership that far exceeds normal concern. Yet this fixation seemed to have never filled the hollow place in our heart. Or maybe the hole isn't empty at all, but rather filled with too many painful memories. And whenever she touches it, she has no defense left but the raw child-shaped warmth of losing her grandmother, leaving her with no choice but to cling to her obsession. You can feel Lumi confusion and uncertainty. For years, she clung to her grandmother's last word. Only a house make a home. But now she's looking at you for a new truth to follow. And all you can often respond is, don't know. I don't know the answer either. What do you mean? Whether you see a house or as a home or not, either way is perfectly valid. It's simply a personal choice. What matters is your choice bring you peace of mind. Objectively speaking, nothing in this world is truly permanent. You could put out a pot of deposits only for construction to be abandoned. You could hold the deed and still lose the house to disaster or an accident that to the very next day. Nothing material is ever certain. Maybe true peace of mind only comes from trusting in your own choices. Sounds like you trying to make yourself feel better. But if it's work, why not? Perhaps someday you return to a place where once stay, only to find everything you remember is all gone. But the fact that this place was one home, it stayed with you in my memories, in your bone. If you choose to believe in those memories, it might become sanctuary you can return to any time. Something far more lasting than property deeds, only growing more precious with time. More than whether you own a house or not, I believe what your grandmother truly cared about was whether you could live in peace. Then again, that's just how I see it. No need to take it as gospel. Having said that, you stand up and dust off your clothes, smiling down at Lumi who remained on the bench, looking somewhat dazed. You're free to read whatever you want, and I don't deny East Side real estate has many serious problems that needs addressing. However, that doesn't mean I can justify your method of fabricating hauntings. Still, I look forward to the day when the bureau becomes the place where you can say I'm home when you walk through the door. That will make me very happy. Your revealing statement make Lumi narrow-eyed instinctively. She stand up and move closer, her face now inches from yours. Oh my god, girl. So, can I still come back even after doing something bad? Will you still take me in if I walk up and say, hey Chief, I did tie up 3 corruptors today into haunt a house? It won't be as simple as just confinement and written reflection. At most, you just give me as part of your plan to stop me from pestering you about buying a house and that. I didn't realize that was part of the interpretation. I can't believe you saw it right through me. The girl can no longer contain herself and burst into hearty laughter. After her laugh subsides, she looked at you with newfound ease. like a reaper, free at last from the final obstruction of the year blockage. The currents still stutter, but the truth is undeniable. Given time, it will run smooth and clear. Thank you. Changing my way won't happen overnight, but I will try. Well, then I'll also look forward to the day you greet me with "Welcome back" at the bureau. The soaring bird finally folded its wings and perched on the evergreen tree beside the bench. Soon after, the personal investigation into Lumi concludes, confirming that her harboring of corruptors was solely create paranormal phenomena in haunted house with no intent to harm people. The bureau consequently reassess her threat level. Considering the nature of Lumi work and her personal wishes, you apply for her bail. The day she bail processes, you arrive at the detention area only to find her gone, but the room isn't empty. Belonging her deliberately chose not to take are still scattered throughout. On the desk pinned beneath a book rests a scrap of paper, torn to business card size. A single line text there following a phone number. All wildly scrawled handwriting. Personal business card with my private contact info. I'll be back to stay for a few days when I wrap up this job. Don't throw my stuff away. Ah. Let's see. Here's where her old dwelling is no more. Something that Lumi considered home, something that's belonged only to her, still exists. She knows she won't get over her obsession with houses so quickly, but like you, she hoped that someday when she come back to the bureau, she'll finally find the urge to say, "I'm home." Aww. And we done with Lumi Interrogation.